you have a lot of explosive power in the mid game too between the Viego and the Aurelia. Like, this comp is really strong, actually, for KT Rolster. Even if you don't end up taking the Rift Herald, you can leave the Aphelios bot. He can get a lot of extra plates. He can get a lot of extra farm down there. So this has like so many plan Bs to how the game goes. Oh, okay, your early game didn't go so well, but you got the scaling. Oh, your early game went well, your scaling gets even stronger, right?
Whereas we're looking for 3 on Aphelios, things like this. The Azir just wants to stack as much as he possibly can.
As this mid matchup has ended up being a bit of a yo-yo in terms of where the prio is going, but Dove should, in general, be able to keep this pushed and harass so successfully.
Yeah, it's like whenever Fate goes in, he just has to like sacrifice so much of his health bar. As that corrupting potion now completely used up.
Looks like he wanted to bait something here for Croco, potentially, and it's successful in the idea, but Dove has vision, so...
Yeah, they know exactly what's going on here. Is okay, Q connects, but Dove going to shift the sands, gets himself out of the way. They're just looking to try and get this shove working. Fate a little bit greedily steps forward to grab these minions, as that's a great sidestep from Croco to make sure that Gideon Moore is coming
okay, level 6.
Yep, let's see whether the Slicing Maelstrom's going to work, as I think Doran knew he was dead, but he decides to Blade Surge his way back in. Not exactly optimal, and doesn't have teleport to get himself back here. Effort should be able to get information about Gideon.
Happy feet around this and not actually commit. They're happy for that.
Oh, this is an odd rotation, though. There's the flash in, the kickback as well is going to secure this kill. Look at the chain CC. It's just beautiful, as the culling is going to be entirely eaten by Doran. And now he's trying to get in there. The flash over the wall, but it's not enough. Effort with the extraordinarily long arm is going to bop him. Right. There's the instant cleanse out from Prince, who's trying to now get out of there. 5kid in a bit of trouble. Summit is boosting on over. The Solar Flare, though, will connect, and now 5kid, can he actually pick up the counter kill? On the outer turret in the mid lane, as Dove is going to turn up and just put Prince underneath the turret, but picks up aggro towards the end there, as now a fight breaks out of the mid lane. Zeus going to get booted, but he is going to be alive. A little bit unfortunate, sort of taxis his way out, as speaking of taxiing out, Prince is just going to be able to... Zeus flashes on top of the entering cannon, and now the rest of KT looking to try and collapse. Summit going to get tagged once again by the Zenith Blade. Does have flash, uses it to get away, but immediately gets booted out of there. Fate now having to dash his way through as Croco gets the kick, and it looks like Liv Sandbox are going to have to give this one up.
Yeah, a lot of chasing there from Liv Sandbox when they could have just been happy to take the flash from Zeus after that failed engage and take the Drake, but they wanted to actually teleport Summit in. And look,
I really like that Croco recognized that he lost the Smite War, so he won the other one. As now Fate getting out of the way of Doran. Good sidestep on the Q. As okay, he dashes forward. That could be the opportunity here for KT. As Doran looking for another Blade Surge, doesn't find it. Croco lands the Q, but Gideon dashes out. And Liv Sandbox, another minion wave delivered to a turret. This one extraordinarily low. So they will just be able to pick that one up. Yeah, exactly.
They're going to look for more here.
As you can see, Dove is on the top side. Effort with Body Slam at the ready. Can get over the wall if he needs to, as the rest of Liv Sandbox just on the Baron, as Fate dashes on over. We're looking for the teleport here on KT's side, but the Baron's already dead. Effort going to be the sacrificial lamb as the Fate's call. Where was it? Prince.
Yeah, that was maybe a bit out of range there. It was kind of weird. I think he definitely could have looked for that there, but either way...
I feel like Effort was like, you can press R now. You can press, you can press it now.
I'm waiting.
You can press R now.
You don't have any vision, so it's hard to actually wrap around in. As we'll watch this one more time, like everyone from KT minus the Aurelia is here. Aurelia teleports in, but it's so late. An Effort, yeah, he's just Prince is too far away.
Prince,
he's going for it, but
maybe he was just a little bit out of the way. It's actually on cooldown based on that screen.
And KT just don't have any agency because they have to sit back and catch these waves and play defensively. When all they really want to do is front-to-back team fight.
Well, Q's going to land onto Dove as he goes golden. Croco, can he make it into the fight at Summit? He's going to use his Zhonya's. Is the kick going to be there, though? Croco, you got to get something done. As, oh my goodness, 5kid almost did it, but he just didn't manage to. The wallets are too heavy. It's a triple kill for Prince in the end, and there's still so much damage. The flash over from Prince as he's just tanking up the turret to keep these minions alive, and I think, Wolf, this is the end of the game.
This definitely will be the end of it. Liv Sandbox really showcasing how to control vision, how to take a lead and snowball it with a comp that's strongest in mid-game.
Wolf as well, look at the timer. This is exactly the average win time of Liv Sandbox. I don't know, man. Coincidence? I think not.
Yeah.
You know, they've got to be looking forward to 2022. And it's not a great position to come from, of course, motivationally here. So very difficult to get your sort of head into the game.
Yeah. I really don't know what's going to happen to this roster next year either. We don't know. You know, we have some really strong, talented players, but they haven't been able to take this roster to the next level yet. And they're pulling a little... Instead, where he found success last time, and Gangplank will come in as the final pick against the Gnar. They were just waiting to lock that one until as soon as Doran had the opportunity to, he was going to lock that one in because it's the only real counter pick available left for the Gnar. But as we have seen in the past, it doesn't necessarily end up being very Gangplank favorite. It's a fairly even matchup, historically speaking. So all skill-based play here. Racing has no jungle CC with the Rumble, so I don't hate this comp for KT. I think if you take the nameplate away. No 6, though.
Oh, Doran in trouble here as Summit chasing after him. Now he's going to have Mini-Gnar, which could even be more valuable. And there is the fadeaway. They collect for themselves on that bottom side. So the Varus getting a lot more far ahead. There's the Gnar back.
Yeah, he just bounces it perfectly, pulls him back, and then, as you mentioned, the bonus damage you're going to get, plus the fadeaway boomerang.
Sandbox may take this as an opportunity, and they do. The flash comes forward. Zeus trying to survive, but the equalizer will guarantee that the Leona is real dead. And Liv Sandbox now, after the Rift Herald has been alive for 20 seconds,
the value is going to be really, really, really high.
야, 보자.
So effort's like, let's look for this. He's like, I'm going
for
it.
나쁘지 않긴 해.
Boom.
좋긴 해.
He gets the
이거 잘
body
가라고.
slam into the cask.
나이스.
And
올려서
you're
시야만
dead
할게 이번 턴에.
damage.
레오나도
That's what he said.
Doesn't have his mythic available just yet. As effort, gonna get flashed on here. Good body slam to interrupt his own Zenith Blade. There was the attack, as there's the kick flash. That was a very interesting interaction, but Blank makes it work. Oh dear. Well,
that's for free, Riot. This one's
all right.
free.
Effort now once again going to get Zenith Bladed on. That is a decent cast, but he's once again dead after doing almost as much as possible in order to keep himself alive. But doesn't really work out. However, Liv Sandbox elsewhere on the map really creating the push. Summit, I will use my flash.
I was just trying to give him 5 credit as well.
Speaking of flashes, yeah, Cannon Barrage, and I think the Varus is dead, guys. That is
your dead damage coming through.
That is certainly KT saying we've got some your dead damage as well. As Fate looking to try and take down this outer turret as Dove heads straight onto the equalizer. Not exactly the opportune positioning there, but needed to in order to get himself out to safety. But is it in fact safety as Dove looking to try and connect some chains, but Croco is not too much as the Q misses from Blank as well as Summit. Gonna get barraged on, flashes out of the way. I don't know whether he has the hop as he's looking to wait for it, wants to get over this wall if he can, as the Ezreal takes down Effort as well, as there's the kickback onto Summit, gets a decent Nether as he's buying as much time as possible. They want to give this kill over to Doran if they can, and they will, as he just shoots the Gnar in the face, and Liv Sandbox drop the ball.
Perfect timing here for the Drake as well. Effort's dead on top of it all, so he's not going to be here. Drake spawns, and that should be easy peasy. KT Rolster evening up the Drakes here. The red side jungle to get his bar up. Like, he's in here, he knows where Doran is, so he's harassing Doran and trying to take this blue and get his Narba up. But Dove is here, the barrage slows him, and then Blank is between him and his team, so there's no way he can actually get away. So all he can do is buy time, as you pointed out.
And his hop wasn't available until right now, right? Or at least Crush, so just he wanted to be able to hop over that wall, but had to move too far away. Throws back an ultimate of his own, but too much more going to be gleaned, as there is a beautiful cast. The equalizer down as well. Cannon Barrage looking to try and answer as the kickback onto Summit immediately. The low health bar's on KT, but they're still alive. Summit can't say the same. And KT turn it around.
KT take a gold lead now with the second kill onto Summit. Now they can actually turn their eyes to Baron as they look to set up for this one. 5-Kid, definitely an option for them. But this engage is actually cinematic for Liv Sandbox. I mean, between the cask here and the equalizer, it's like, bam, I get it, like, why you want to go in here. The arrow fall was perfect. But look at this barrage positioning. The kick is so perfect for Blank, and Summit is punished in an instant. Everybody's health bars go low.
Both teams with very important ultimates as well, the equalizer and the Cannon Barrage. And this lowering of cooldown from the Cloud Drake is going to actually be very valuable. As there's the equalizer, actually. Doran going to have to walk out of it as Zeus goes in, immediately does die. And it's Summit that locks down the kill. This time, He has the Mega Gnar available. Liv Sandbox just standing out of the cannon barrage. As now Doran trying to get himself in there. The Drake is going to be secured here by Liv Sandbox as KT with the health advantage. Looking to try and lock this one up. Everyone, though, gets over the wall just fine. They will make their way out. Chains of Corruption for some reason. For Prince. Just assumed someone was there.
Yeah, if anyone is there, they die, so...
I guess there's that, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I appreciate it. Throw it out. Oh, Dove looking for a mistimed desync recall there, but will not find it. Can find Fate, though.
Yeah, exactly right, as he's just going to Gale. Cloud Drake's coming through as Prince once again going to have to cleanse. Croco gets over the wall. The chain just pops him. Goodbye. Now Prince caught in the barrage, but he flashes to get himself out of the way. The cask is going to be a bit of a party there from Effort as the culling is going to dissuade them as Blank is just going to get body slammed so beautifully from Effort, but it doesn't matter. He lands another Q. Can he make it out alive? The answer is absolutely yes, as he soaks as much damage as possible before making his exit. Summit gets the Mega Gnar, but can he actually do anything with it is the question. As Vision goes down, Doran avoids the drill house, and now Summit gets back in there. The Wallop not going to connect, and Dove takes this as his opportunity to get in there, and Doran is going to pop him once again.
And I brought this up when we were talking about the draft. The targets that are
well forced out completely. No Naba, no chance of saving this turret as Blank is just lying in wait, waiting for his opportunity to get in behind and get someone out of position. No flash available, so he'd have to use it with a safeguard. A bit more avoidable as the culling comes through. A lot of damage onto Zeus there as Dove gets hit by the double tap. Equalizer comes down as now 5kid is the target, but they're not quite able to get on top of him. In fact, he's arcane shifting forward. Croco goes golden with his Zonyas, but now he's out of position. And he will get actually gets over the base gate, but Doran's going to be able to pick him up as they do pick up Vision. And now Effort's going to have to flash to get himself out of the way. And I think we're going to a Game 3, Wolf.
It definitely feels that way. Now, if anybody else dies there, we're going right away. But I think we are going to a Game 3, even with KT having to walk away, lick their wounds, use these empowered recalls to go buy their final items, heading into this next Drake fight. The Drake itself is going to be pretty low impact. In fact, Blank is
now is Summit looking for the Gnar, but doesn't find anything really. Does get kicked back and uses it to keep himself alive, but True Shot Barrage says absolutely not. Fate now off to the side. He'll be taken down as KT will just storm on through the wall. It's real heavy, but also playing the fight out very, very nicely. There's the coordination that we were asking of them in game number 1. It shows up right when Blank does. As Effort going to get chased out of this one. The chains will connect, and it's a double kill for Dove.
Very impressive stuff. Really nice coordination, actually, between this team's composition. They had a very great, strong late-game scaling comp, just like Game 1, but this time they played the mid-game a lot better. They played around the gangplank, the cannon barrages that were so high utility. Blank shows up big here in this second game. I think it might be another case of him getting subbed in, gets a POG.
Yeah, right.
We're going to a Game 3, and KT Rolster, they played it out really carefully, but the Nexus will fall, and that's basically what Atlas is saying. It also might cost, it's lower chance, but it might cost them top 2, and that's what really hurts about this. This game absolutely matters. This game might be opponent choice advantage in the semifinals, and it might also be not going direct. Viego will come through. Here's the final pick. Will be the top choice, but it's blind, so a bit of an awkward one here. Let's see what KT decide to respond with.
It's going to be a flex, actually. So Rumble could be either top lane or in the jungle, I guess, theoretically.
Yeah.
You'd kind of like the Rumble in the jungle, just with the fact that you've got 2 AD solos, but...
Especially if you're going to be laning against the Aurelia.
Yeah.
So it'll be the Viego here that goes to the top side of the map this time. Can dive
around
on top of the Rumble, can dive on top of the Ezreal. That's what I'm most concerned about here for Liv Sandbox.
And the repositioning around Equalizer as well, so much of it is sort of like ground.
Fate is getting a pretty massive lead. Blank is waiting for a chance here.
Yeah, Vanguard's Edge comes down. That's the stun as well as Heartbreaker gets Summit out of there. He goes into the mist. The control ward goes down. Now Croco turns up. Doran's in trouble. The flash comes through, immediately followed by Croco as they're looking for Doran, but the Q misses. Fate now looking for his opportunity, and oh no, they've been corralled. The minion wave is here as well, as there's the double tap. Blank gonna try and smite his way back to health, but Doran going to pick it up, and he's stacked up the passive, and Croco's now in trouble. Not going to get chased down because there are no more Blade Surges remaining, but damn, how did that not work?
I mean, that was really well played from KT. Meanwhile,
yeah, 5kid could be in trouble here as he's exhausted. There's the flash, tries to get the stun, but Effort not quite able to.
Just a little bit
not working out.
A little bit of an underestimation there on the top side of the map of KT's map awareness, their ability to rotate up. Like, that was such an aggressive play from Summit that got punished so early on. And then Fate comes up, but it's Aurelia under turret, so you're going to have a hard time there no matter what. We'll watch it again in a moment here, but this is such a nice lead. It's okay, once again, lack of vision here.
Yeah, going to be moving back in. Blank turns up. That's Effort, who's going to be sacrificed. And Liv Sandbox are now down 2 kills, which is starting things up and just never committing.
Yeah, it's, sometimes it does make you look like a genius. So we're going to watch this fight once again. As the Vanguard's edge here is so good with the follow-up stun, and Blank is here. He doesn't even hit his Q. Now Croco comes up, and Summit just takes too many autos there. Doran has to flash away, uses his W for a little bit of resistances, and then suddenly Fate comes here, and it's like, well, how do they mess this up? It's because Blank comes in here, perfect kick, then W's away, buys enough time for 2 extra turret shots.
Not to mention Doran landing the most beautiful flawless duet that I've seen. Dashes over the wall, Dove does the same, but he can go back very comfortably.
The Drake is the end result here eventually, as they do see 5 kids gone back.
Distortion looking for Dove there as the equalizer comes through right on top of that Distortion. Summit looking for his option there onto Doran, headbutt pole, onto Blank, takes him down relatively low. The culling, just a bit of a back massage, as Brendan would say. But not too much more than that, as some low health bars on KT might mean that Liv Sandbox can bully them away from this dragon.
They should be able to do so, right? I mean, don't forget 5 kid backed. He's going to be able to walk back to lane freely here, and they just are not willing to do it without kills.
Yeah, well, Summit could be in trouble as well, as Zeus dashes on top, and they just explode the Lucian. Kick back onto Summit as well as the Heartbreaker gets him in there. True Shot Barrage, so much damage, but it's the Rumble that falls, and that's the jungler and the mid lane are now dead, and KT, they can take whatever they want.
They have so much damage at this stage of the game. The double knock up there from Effort was pretty huge, but it's still not enough to save their lives. And
now Dove on the backside. Summit does spot him, but
he can
very mobile, just able to go wherever the heck he wants. As Zeus getting completely chunked here by Liv Sandbox, who will just force down this mid-outer turret. I like that, getting a lot of value from just their position on the map.
A lot of wards. KT have bought tons of wards this game. Even from the early game, everyone was carrying control wards. They've got them all over the map.
Yeah, well, Dove, can Summit actually do anything as there's... Okay, finally, the actual pick comes through as Fate, along with his Gale Force, dashing on towards this Kai'Sa. Another Cloud Soul.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting.
Hasn't
been confirmed yet, but let's check this one out again.
Now this one is really interesting. Zeus ends up taking a ton of damage, and you have the follow-up equalizer. And finally, Liv Sandbox are actually pulling the trigger and looking for these engages.
Duet. Actually going to find him once again. Of course, targeted ability, like I was saying, this 1v1. We were explaining it before as the Heartbreaker comes through. Doran almost! When he gets upset. As, okay, bit of an engage here as Heartbreaker is going to be used. Good equalizer, but doesn't quite get the damage that they really want. As Liv Sandbox, remember, the damage is front-loaded.
Yeah, it's good damage here. The follow-up is going to have to be really nice, though, because in this longer fight, you're so vulnerable with these health bars starting to fade away from Liv Sandbox. You didn't get the kills, and now, can you win the longer fight? You're so reliant on this Ezreal.
Yeah, the Prince is just so important for Liv Sandbox. Cooldown's available again, though, for Effort. He's also important to this. But the Drake now going to be started up.
They just surrender control because they know that they can't win this fight anymore. Prince isn't online yet. He's getting close, but he isn't at a stage where he can do a ton of damage. He does have his first 2 items, but his survivability isn't there. He doesn't actually finish the Frozen Heart yet. They're going to let Fate split push. And actually, KT Rolster don't make a decisive call here. They get neither the Drake, nor will they be able to likely find a pick here as Croco lies in wait.
It's getting to the point where Drakes don't really mean too much, as Croco's going to have to break his stopwatch.
KT just really playing the slow.
Yeah.
And look, Aurelia's split pushing, so if we just don't really fight and only posture, she's going to get advantage.
Yeah, another equalizer as Zeus has to walk all the way down. Brilliant headbutt pole as the Heartbreaker is going to be there. Summit going to possess the Leona. Very scary. Stuffbot walking down. As Liv Sandbox will finally pull the trigger on this dragon, heading towards that 40-minute soul like we were talking about.
They will grab this one, man.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Back-to-back Cloud Souls.
Exactly.
Put it down.
And actually has his ability to engage. He's up a level. Here we go.
Yep, no Ignite available, but this time the Flawless Duet is not going to connect. Few Qs going to be getting in there from Summit, who's trying his very best to survive. There's the flash. Summit actually keeping himself alive for a lot longer than I was expecting, because he's just going to use his sweeper.
Off the charts this game, what he's been able to do alone here inside lanes. He has 277 CS.
Dove just going to get that solo kill. Pops the Lucian.
1v2, easy peasy. I think KT Rolster are going to win this series, Atlas.
Yeah, I think they've done it, to be perfectly honest.
That's going to be a Baron play. They get the inner turret. There's so much gold here, and Liv Sandbox are crumbling under the pressure.
Can they find a miracle steal onto a Baron?
I don't think so.
He's done it before, Wolf. He has flash available. Can we get the hooves to steal this one away? Is Zeus going to be the target? Will take a fair bit of damage, but he's looking to try and walk it out as the Kai'Sa picks up the Rumble as the jungler dead. Liv Sandbox now going to get Vanguard's edge, and this is the beauty of the Aurelia. She can teamfight, she can split push, she can do everything. That pulverize was actually pretty fantastic, but there's the stun onto Prince. It's of course targeted when Doran's using it. Is now Dove waiting for those cooldowns. Actually wanted to kill the Ezreal from over the wall. And Summit still has full health, but is he going to be able to fight? Zeus and Blank, both of the playmakers, both of the engage options, with their flashes available. It's going to be very important as 5kid takes a whole chunk of damage from the True Shot Barrage.
Doran's got a stopwatch now, so he knows what time to show up for the team fight.
Dove making his way in. Doran going to immediately get headbutted out of the fight. It's a decent amount of damage coming out from Liv Sandbox, but the Rumble already taken down. Stopwatches are plenty as 5kid keeps himself alive with the supercharge for so long. As now Summit looking for these possessions, but it does not work. That's the ace. And KT now, where are we going? Down to the bottom lane? They're looking to end the game.
Now all they got to do is kill the Nexus. Doran doesn't even use his stopwatch in that fight, but he spent the entirety of this game getting solo kills inside lanes and farming to a massive lead. 7-0-4 this game. Croco had in his hands because this is the loss that is going to cost you first place. Not going to be possible anymore. It's completely out of your control. And top two, definitely looking a lot less likely now for Liv Sandbox. Huge upset here for KT Rolster. Not enough to guarantee them playoffs. It's too late for that. But you could crush the dreams of Liv Sandbox if you can play spoiler, and that is exactly what they do.
It looked absolutely hilarious at the end there. But yes, huge congratulations.
When he popped off in both games, and should be happy, I think, for a dominant win here from KT Rolster.
This was the classic news.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason with the POG interview translation by Blank Doran from KT Rolster. I'm pretty sure a lot of fans are happy to see you guys performing so well and doing your best heading into the end of the regular split. How are you feeling, Blank? We got eliminated from the playoffs. But still, we wanted to end on a good note. So I think this was a very meaningful series for us. Doran, you guys did spoil the Liv Sandbox's contention to round 2. How are you feeling? I mean, you know, I mean, my lane was over, but it's a relief that I actually won, you know. I guess, yeah, the 3 games weren't that easy, or was it all about the summer split as a whole? I'm speaking about the all 3 games today. Even game 3? I mean, I was supposed to lose, but the opponent made a mistake, so I got lucky. That's a true mindset of a top laner, showcased by Doran. The fun thing was that even though the opponents were so good at playing around Lucian, you guys decided to let it through, and Blank, you together with Zeus, you guys are able to shut them down so well. What was the concept of today's series against Liv Sandbox? I think the characteristics of Liv Sandbox is about opening team fights and skirmishes around their top and mid laner. But our top and mid are also strong, so we, prepared a strategy according to their playstyle. Blank did pop off today, so it's been a while since we haven't seen the Doran Dove duo on a POG interview. How do you like that? Blank also did a fantastic work in the previous series. He got the POG in that series. He's such a reliable jungler.
1세트를 사실 포탑을 하나도 깨지 못한
Game number 1, it was a one-sided victory in favor of Lee's Sandbox. You guys didn't even get a single turret off of them. So what kind of feedback went back and forth to come back? We made too many mistakes. I placed the ward in such a wrong and weird position, It's not a mistake, it's all about our skill, And I got ganked. So my life was over. GG. So we went through that play during the feedback.
자 그리고 오늘 1세트에 리신을 가져갔던 리브 샌드박스
Liv Sandbox got the win together with Listen, and then KT got the win on Listen in game 2 as well. So Listen was the lucky charm today. I guess he's become a mainstream pick in jungle, especially in today's matchup, right? In fact, Croco is also a really good Lee Sin player, and I also am very confident in Lee Sin. Yeah, so I think that's how things kind of showed up. Blank, you subbed in after KT lost game number 1. So we were so curious to see you play after watching game number 1. What have you learned by watching Liv Sandbox play in game 1? Effort, he was roaming around a lot. So I wanted to, punish when he kind of roams around by himself in order to get vision. He was my target. Now, a lot of people are calling you the relief pitcher of KT roster, Blank. Whenever you sub in, you always, bring your team to a victory. What kind of role do you play in KT? Role? I think I am like the pillar of my team, finding the right path and direction for my team. Someone like a maestro. What about you, Doran? I am just... I think I gotta do my work. I guess Doran is pretty bummed with this performance today, but still, you had some fantastic play up against Summit here, so let's take a look at this replay. Doran, you did a fantastic work. I mean, this could have been a lot cleaner, but my Q wasn't that good. I think I could have used my Q better. I almost lost that fight because I didn't use my Q correctly. I guess you wanted to, take down some more minions with your Q, right? Yeah, like dodging the skill, going here and there. Still being harsh on himself even after getting a solo kill. I mean, I got 3 kills already, but having that kind of a close fight means I played it so bad. Blank, what do you think about his feedback about his own play? I mean, even though I did laugh just now, but I really respect that mindset. Doran's Aurelia finally got the first win of the summer split. LeBlanc and Aurelia were not the cards that actually guaranteed the victory to KT roster. So what did you guys focus on by picking those 2 picks again? In game number 1, there were so many mistakes. So even though I was, playing with a lot of confidence in Aurelia, I couldn't win, so I just wanted to go back to it once again. Well, Doran, you keep mentioning some of the mistakes you made in Game 3, but I think you did a fantastic work, and you and Dove were doing a fantastic work, as if you guys were competing to win the POG. I mean, it's heartbreaking because I knew that I was going to win it anyways, but I don't deserve it. So
아쉽네요.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
그러면 또 블랭크 선수가 생각하기에는
Blank,
첫 세트 POG
who do you
누구
think
보고
deserves the
싶으시나요?
POG in Game
사실
3?
현준이가 이렇게 말하는 거 보면
I think
저거
Doran.
받았어도 나쁘지 않았을 것 같아요.
After hearing Doran speaking like this, I guess I should have won the Game 3 POG as well, you know, being the solo POG.
그 서머 마지막 기회예요. 단독 POG를 노리고
So Blank, your next series will be your final chance to be the solo POG on the side of KT Roaster.
사실 한
It's
경기
gonna be a
남았지만
free-ga.
정말 저의 모든 것을 다
That is the
쏟아붓고
only game left,
정말
but
후회
I'm
없는
gonna
경기를
just
하고
put in
싶습니다.
all the effort I can put in.
기대해
And also, looking forward to becoming the solo POG in that series. What about you, Doran?
마지막 경기가 아프리카고 이게
Our
약간
final
끝판왕
match
긴
will be
선수인데
Africa Freaks and the
한번
final boss
무조건
Keen
이겨야
awaits.
되지 않나.
I think that's a must-win
잘할 것 같습니다.
matchup for me. I think I gotta play well.
그때도 엄청난 활약 기대해
Looking forward to
보겠습니다.
seeing a
오늘
huge
고생
clash in the top
많으셨고요.
lane as well.
축하드립니다.
And this will be the end of the interview from Blank Doran, and I'm gonna pass it back to our casters. Thank you.